They like the Dolphins a lot more than a lot of others do. They like the Patriots in that division, too. Let me give you one more team. We spent almost all morning yesterday talking about them. The Indianapolis Colts. Their win total is 7.5. Dominique, you like the over or the under?
I think I like the over for the Colts. I know that the quarterback situation is not as excellent as I think they thought it would be when they drafted Richardson. They're going in with Daniels, who we haven't seen, or with Daniel Jones, who we haven't seen him behind a talented offensive line with talented pass catchers. So I think expectations could be high for them, but I think they're a talented team in a division that's kind of in flux. So I could see them going over, especially if they have an effective running attack, which I think they will.
You know, I said this yesterday, and everyone made fun of me, and so we'll see. It's not the first time that's happened. Like most geniuses, I won't be fully appreciated until long after my time. Stranger things have happened than Daniel Jones having a huge second act, right? Daniel Jones was the 6th pick in the draft. He's been a little well-traveled. He made a quick stop in Minnesota. Maybe he just picked up a little bit of that Kevin O'Connell magic. He goes to play for a coach in Shane Steichen, who is supposed to be one of these great quarterback gurus. He worked with Justin Herbert. He worked with Jalen Hurts. Maybe no one could have made Anthony Richardson at this stage of his life and career into what they hoped he would be. I'm not suggesting Daniel Jones is going to be a superstar, but him playing pretty well and this being a pretty good team, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
So a couple things. Number one, Indianapolis has pretty good skill in their offense. So that's
good
number
running
one.
Backs.
Yes, that's number one. And number two, we're actually seeing it more and more in the NFL where these quarterbacks move around and they somehow find their home. Whether you're talking about Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold.
Yes.
Like, these quarterbacks, sometimes they take a little bit of traveling to find the right home for them. That could happen with Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I absolutely think that it could. And I think the thing with Daniel Jones that he has that Anthony Richardson didn't is that he minimizes mistakes. Anthony Richardson's a roller coaster. It's a boom or bust situation. I loved the potential, and I think the Colts loved the potential initially, and then they realized, wow, I'm kind of motion sick, and I have to get off this roller coaster.
People also fight for their jobs, too. Like, you need a stabilizing force in Daniel Jones, I guess.
Stabilizing force, I think, is the right word for it, because Anthony Richardson, I think he has these incredible throws, but then he also will be off target on a 4-yard hitch route. And that inconsistency is something that you won't see with Daniel Jones, where he may not have the cross-field 50-yard on a dime, but he also won't miss that 5-yard hitch by 3 yards. So I think that consistency is something that coaches like and teammates like even more than the high-end talent of Anthony
Or he might not tap out either.
Yeah, that was a bad moment,
We're trying
right?
to forget that.
On some level, he never got past that.
That's the problem.
Right, he never got past that.
Lineman, man.
That's a weird division.
Oh, lineman, man. He's so tough. We're so tough. We never tap out.
It's a weird division, too, isn't it, though? AFC South, the quarterbacks don't tap out. I mean, every single person has said they didn't do it. Okay, let me move on. Little League World Series action continues, people, on ESPN and ESPN+. We've got Venezuela versus Aruba, 3 Eastern today. Then Nevada in the NFL. Our countdown to kickoff has reached 14 days, people. 2 weeks from tonight, the Dallas Cowboys will be in Philadelphia to kick off the season. The question is, where will that man be? Micah Parsons does not appear to be any closer to a contract extension, and that could mean anything. Jerry Jones says he believes that he and Parsons came to an agreement on the framework of a deal in March. There have been no talks since. They're 2 weeks from Philadelphia. Here's their coach, Brian Schottenheimer, talking about his team's preparation without the star pass rusher.
Does it make it harder to scheme a game plan, though, as a head coach without one of your top players?
No, because I think at the end of the day, we feel like Mike is going to be out there when we can line up against Philadelphia here in 15 days or whatever it is. And, so no, the answer is, yeah, I feel good about that, yeah.
With or without a contract extension?
I feel good that Mike is going to be out there against the Philadelphia Eagles.
So, D-Wood, you played for Brian Schottenheimer, obviously, in New York. He waited a long time to be a head coach, and here he is 2 weeks before his first season. And this is what he's dealing with, and you don't feel optimistic that we will see Micah on the field 2 weeks from tonight.
I do not. Everyone has been saying that this contract negotiation is different. It's been different from Dak Prescott. It's been different from CeeDee Lamb, from Trayvon Diggs. And we're seeing it play out in real time. I don't know what type of, backdoor agreement that him and Jerry Jones has been talking about, but that's not how you do business. And Michael Parsons hasn't practiced all preseason. And so we are now 2 weeks away from the opening game against the Philadelphia Eagles. There is absolutely no way in the world, if you're not practicing, that you, as Michael Parsons, can go out there and step foot on that football field.
So where does this go, Nick? And we've talked about this so much. We all understand the circumstances. The Cowboy holdouts and the deals they wind up striking usually feel performative. That, I think, is what you mean when you say this one feels different. This one feels like it is personal. It has gotten personal. You have negotiated with Jerry Jones. You're one of the few people that I can talk to that you've sat in a room just with him, right? And the collective bargaining agreement and all that kind of stuff. He's mad. He feels as though he's been done wrong. So how does this thing end happily? I'm struggling to figure that out.
Well, the thing with the negotiations that I participated in, Jerry Jones, was the people that he hated the most were other owners. So we didn't have to be on the other end of his ire. In this situation, though, I think the fact that it's so public and it's two guys and it's very prideful, that I think that's the risky part. When you start getting emotions into this, things can be kind of unpredictable. I lean on the side of what always kind of happens is the players end up playing. They want to play football, they want to get paid, but if there's a situation, they look to press the leverage that they have, but they eventually end up playing. I'm not sure anymore. Like, I think I would lean slightly more towards playing, but I think because it's so public and we're all talking about it, and also a big factor is we're all on Micah's side.
Right.
That's one thing that I realized through the CBA negotiations, that everybody's tough until you get to the 11th hour and your friends and family and fans are telling you you're wrong, you're selfish, you're this, you're that. Right now, everyone around Micah and all of us are like, what is Jerry doing? Micah's a hero if he doesn't show up and he sticks it to Jerry Jones.
I mean, the fans are yelling, sign Micah,
right,
like
even
while
the
Jerry's
fans of the
talking
team,
and all that kind of stuff. How do you see this situation?
You know, it reminds me, obviously, different player, different year, different team, but it's kind of like the Le'Veon Bell situation a little bit, just in terms of two sides being so dug in and neither one giving in. It obviously did not end well for Le'Veon Bell, and his whole career ends up being derailed after that. I don't think that's what's going to happen here with Micah Parsons. The thing, though, that I keep going back to is I do appreciate the way that Shotty handled that, and I know that there is something to be said for sticking up for your player in a setting like that, but what Jerry wants is a soap opera. He wants a reality TV show. Somebody's got to be the adult in the room and de-escalate the situation. And from my extensive research watching reality TV just for this moment, I can tell you that terrible reality TV is when the conversation happens off camera and you have to retell it later and it's awkward and stilted. Like, that, they need to have bad reality TV, not like so bad you can't stop watching, so bad that it's boring, so that maybe tempers can die down. Micah wants to play. Jerry wants good players. Let's let this settle. But how do you settle in 14 days?
I tend to agree with you in most normal situations, but Dallas isn't a normal situation. I actually would encourage Shotty to go out there and be firm on the side of Micah Parsons. It's unique in Dallas that everyone kind of feels like all the coaches under Jerry Jones kind of feel like puppets and not like they're in charge and like they don't want to distance themselves from Jerry Jones in any way. I think he has an opportunity right now to establish himself on that team as someone who cares about winning and cares about the players. Whatever's happened over there, like, this may be his only shot. This may be his only shot. Right. I think getting the best situation to have success, after that, nothing else matters. Maybe you go somewhere else, maybe you do something and Jerry doesn't want to keep you, but you need to establish that you're with the guys. You're not over here with the foolishness.
I've just been told that Jerry Jones appeared this morning on Fox and addressed this situation. So we're all going to hear this together for the first time. This is Jerry Jones this morning addressing the Micah Parsons situation on Fox.
How close are you to getting a deal with him?
Micah's a great player, not a good player, but a great player. He knows more than anyone that it's a team thing. And so I know everybody's tired of hearing this, but you've got to put this puzzle together so that you can have some other people out there playing with Michael. That's the art of the deal, and that's why we're trying to get done, and we're trying to make this thing work. But we have all the appreciation in the world for what he can mean to the years ahead. We're proud to have him.
All right. What? I mean, so he's making it sound in that. I mean, I like to write down the words that people say, because sometimes without meaning to, they say things they didn't mean to say. When he's talking about that, he sounds like he's trying to make a deal that will not break the bank, for lack of a better word. This is the same owner. I mean, this just has to be said. This is the same owner who drags out all of these other negotiations and acknowledges he does it for performative reasons because he likes the controversy. He likes the conversation that it creates. He likes leading shows like this one and that one and who knows whatever other shows are talking about the Dallas Cowboys. And so that's why he wound up paying CeeDee Lamb more and can't fit in someone else. And that's why he paid Dak Prescott more and can't fit in someone else. So the things he's saying, the way he's trying to explain this actually flies in the face of the way he has handled practically every major negotiation we have watched them have.
I assume that he was on there for other reasons than they asked this question, but it's not helping. Like, none of this helps. Why would you go to other platforms, big platforms that aren't even sports platforms, to say something that other than, I'm willing to do whatever Michael wants. He's the best player in football. I'm going to pay him. Like, how is this helping push this forward in any way? He's continuing to negotiate in public on platforms that don't even talk about sports.
Right. But that's what that's what he likes.
Right. Do you want to win?
It's the Cowboys brand.
Do you want to win?
But yeah.
Or do you want attention?
I guess what I'm not sure what doesn't he have like there's a documentary about him, right? So he's probably on there promoting that or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing what it might be. You're right. He probably did not just decide to go on Fox and Friends to talk about
the documentary is better than what I assumed. So
I don't know what it is. The point of the matter is he's on there. They asked him their question, and his answer seems to bear no resemblance to what we think is actually going on here, right? He didn't get into, well, we thought we had a deal, we had a conversation, all the stuff that we think is really what's holding this contract negotiation up.
Yeah, like, I don't know what the hell Jerry Jones is doing, to be honest with you, because basically in that interview, you're sending a message like, Michael, we need you to take one for the team. You think Michael Parsons is going to take a damn thing for the team when he's seen Dak Prescott become the highest paid player in football, CeeDee Lamb get broke off? Like, Michael Parsons is looking at the survey in the landscape and was like, why do I need to take less? Like, literally, like, I'm the perfect guy to break the bank. I'm 25, 26 years old.
Right.
I'm one of the best players in football.
Marquee position.
Like, I play a marquee position. There's no way in the world that you're going to go on national television and going to talk about the team and insinuate that I need to take less.
Go ahead, bro.
You know what it reminds me of? A couple of years ago at owners' meetings, Jerry was trying to explain something, and he was trying to draw a picture of it, and it ended up just being scribbles and loops and went all over the place. Like, he just contradicts himself constantly because he can't help himself in a situation like this. But it's like all of a sudden, now you have budget cuts, now you can't pay for it, now you can't pay it.
I tend to dismiss the idea of, like, distractions for a team generally because, like, everyone has life and they get over it. But I do wonder what the conversations are in a locker room amongst players when this is the guy who represents you. Like, it's clear that this team is being run differently than the rest.
No, tell me that. Okay, now talk to me about this specific situation. They draft him, they develop him. He does. There are some things he does that drive me a little crazy, like the podcast and his ranking quarterbacks. But generally speaking, there's been no problems. His development has been he's been the dream situation. And now we're not going to pay him, or we're going to make this really complicated. How do the guys in the locker room see that?
What do you think of me?
Right.
What am I going to do? And also, it's like, I think just more immediately is we know how short NFL players' careers are, and we know how fickle it is. We're looking at this like, this matters for me. If I'm a cornerback, my job is made easier. I'm going to make more money if Mike is out there. If I'm on the offense, if Micah creates turnovers, we're going to be better. Why are you making my job more difficult at a situation where you don't have to? Like, I get it when you're fighting over something that I think is worth fighting over. But he's a Hall of Fame level player who's available for a contract. Give him $1 more than the other guy in his position. That's what we've been doing. Why are we not doing it now?
All right, once again, we are 2 weeks to kick off. The Cowboys will be in Philadelphia. Where Micah Parsons will be at this moment remains anybody's guess. Let me show you something terrible that almost happened last night. Dodgers and Rockies in Colorado. Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Dodgers have lost each of his last 3 starts, and he just didn't have it last night. This is the second inning, no score. That's Brenton Doyle with first and second, and that one's going to stay fair. A run will score.